Greetings, 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 my people. I am I am sharing with you a new character that many of you might not know as yet about. Me, LadyC, jahbling. Seen, seen, seen. You know Bobozar, my husband of 4 years, of which we celebrate this weekend, Independence Day, and my business relationship for 6 years. So it's a celebrating time for us for this weekend. So we just want to big up this relationship that have lasted for so long, because 6 years is a long time to celebrate something that many people thought would not have worked, and up to we were wondering if it would have worked. But to see me now, see me here now, loving the life, appreciative of it, it's an appreciative love. A love that you can't say it never exists from the start. Because to get to this part, it had to be only about the love. So as me say, love Rastafari. Jah Rastafari. Zine.
Greetings, my people. Greetings, my world. Greetings, my nation. You know, as you folks might know, I, Christopher Wang, aka Bobozar, and now I have to take this opportunity to formally introduce the woman that I fell in love with first when I met her. I mean, it was love at first sight. Because I continue to telling her that the first time we really met, we did met, I saw her at a specific place here in the West, and I was like all over her, with my eyes, wanting to meet her and stuff like that. So I didn't get the opportunity to at that time, but I did make a promise to myself that I would see her again. It's like, I tell myself, and it manifests into being. We end up seeing each other again, for a work occasion, so this was the woman that I fell in love with. But that was this is how I conceptualize her in my thoughts, and I've been loving her ever since. But she is who she is. You people may know her as Chrissy or Christine. Now I'm introducing her as this character that you people may not familiar with this side of her. I'm
The
been with
first
her. Yeah, I'm been with her for a while now, so I can actually identify the different character that's in which in her that I see plays out every now and then. So this new her, it's have a new name, As you can see, it is Lady C, Lady C jahbling. So I have to put on the queen on it. So it's Queen Lady C jahbling. You know, it's Lady C jahbling. So me put on the queen because the accolade of a queen belongs to a woman, a virtuous woman, a strong woman. You know what I mean? A woman with such spirit and dominance as my queen. So most of you guys think that, I wouldn't say most of you guys, for the ones that think that, you know, we shouldn't be together and, you know, wanted us to separate. You know, this is the new transformation. That doesn't mean she's gonna grow locks, you know, guys. I love her just the way she are. Moon wants to change a thing for me. Swear. You know what I mean? It's just one and two little attitude, rare, but I mean, we are people. We are gifted. We are blessed. It's full time for us to focus on the gifts, the blessings, and not just the ways and the attitudes which we think is bad, you know. So this is her and her show. This is her idea. This is her implementation of how she would introduce her, the new side of her. You know, I just voluntarily want to, you know, help to, you know, reassure her, you know, and then
The acceptance.
most of
Okay.
most of
You accept it? You acceptance?
yes, yes, and most of the people out there who knows, who have been experiencing our, you know, going outs and coming ins, or ins and outs, or high and lows, or difficulty, and the ones them who wish for us to separate. You know, now you can see that we are not separating anytime soon, and a king doesn't leave his queen. No time.
Oh, so I hope you
A
guys
king.
like this third personality, this third character of mine. I love her. I love her. She's adorable. She makes me calm. She makes me smile. She's very humorous. She makes me laugh. I laugh a lot, laugh at myself, make serious thing turn laugh. You understand? As so Jamaicans are,
And she's beautiful
we're
like
very down to
Cleopatra.
earth. Very down to earth and humble. Yeah,
This is the real her.
the real me, right? So whenever you want to, anything you want to ask, Lady C Jahbling, anything you want to ask me, feel free to. Don't feel afraid to ask me because it's a new thing, a new image. You never see me like this before, and you might not be able to understand where it's coming from, but it's coming from deep within. Yes, and yes, I am bigging up my studies as well because, as you know, I do my Shaw Academy acting and theater classes, and so far they have been a tremendous help in teaching me how to bring out the different personalities and characters that have been inside of me all these years. And as I always tell people, Jah Rastafari liveth every time. And from ever since I could relate to Rastafari, I understand when them talk about them liberty. Because they're a very humble set of people. They're very loved. They're very caring. Rasta, they treat Rasta, teach Rasta how to, just like how other cultures in the Bible, Christian cultures will say you turn the other cheek when anybody slap you, turn the other cheek. So Mr. Rasta been doing for all these years. So when people hurt them and try to make them feel less of themselves, is by the powers that Jah bless them with within. that them always manage to overcome and ride above the people who try to belittle them and let them feel lesser of the humanity, of humankind. A lot of people have put on pressure on them to let them feel ashamed of themselves because maybe them locks them grow, or the weed them smoke, or just the visions them have. But Jah wouldn't bless this land with so much Rastafarian, because all walks of life, from the uptown masses to the downtown, you have Rastafari. Yes, and a Rastafari live it every time, because if anything I go down, I them have to step in to try and calm the peace and share the love and make everybody feel happy again and do a one love thing, because them bond with the earth, them bond with nature, them bond with the whole naturality of life and universe. So if somebody cannot understand that kind of liberty, then it no makes sense they're a part of this world. And when Rastafari, bless up, when Rastafari can relate that to the world that we live in today, and to can share it with others, and to go out into the world and intermingle with other people, to make them see that them have love and can share it too, and them not just for themselves and them kind. Them love people who is even different from them. Because yes, them could have said them are going to stay in them shell and watch people fall apart and not help who need help, or, not go where. But once you have love in your heart, and no matter which religion you hold, and you see somebody over there that is, in trouble, you as a human being, and as Rastafarian religion teach them, to stretch a lending hand and help and to show the love. So, peeps, I hope you're happy. It's a good day. It's a Sunday. Um, Chrissy and Christine went to church this morning, and she learned that even the Catholics I try change and make adjustment, because when they start talk about birth control and teaching the youths them in them church how to practice birth control and use it, eh, that means that them recognize say up to some things have to change, have to make an amendment within the church sphere, because Catholics don't talk about them type of things there.
Where you? Is she out condom right?
Sister nearly start give them condoms
So
today, but
they were teaching about safe sex, right?
they were teaching about the safe sex and the whole
That's wonderful
thing, which is a good insight, because
that's wonderful, man.
when I joined the Catholic Church, they always talk about you know you don't use birth control and you just have babies and you have babies, but come to be the realistic of times, just having babies upon babies like that is like too much for one woman to handle. As we always share some humor when we had our kids. Every woman, when them have kids, after that them fall into some kind of depression, because carrying a baby for 10 months is a very uncomfortable feeling for any human body to go through, and then to give birth at 10 months, and to feel that pain to bring life into the world is a pleasure, but at the same time it is very hurtful, and it's a lot of pain you're feeling within experiencing that kind of pleasure. And the pleasure you feel, it's something totally different from the pain you're feeling, and it brings about confusion within any female body. So if you are young and immature, you don't reach that age of maturity, and you're gonna put your body through that trauma. Sometimes it's frightening. It frightens the females. Most of them fall into depression, early depression. Some women run off and leave their baby and say, you take the baby, you grow the baby. Because every hour after the baby born, I can remember my children, they had to be suckling on the nipples. So remember your tummy in pain, your body trying to get back some rest and enlightenment, and if you don't have a good support team around you, you have a baby sucking you every hour, and as the baby smell you, the baby want the milk, so the baby is going to get agitated and say, wake up now, it's time for suckle. So if you don't have a father figure around to take baby off of you and to help out there, if you don't have loving families around, parents and cousins and friends who understand to say, come, I'm gonna come in and chip in and take over baby for you for a while, you're going to fall into that state of depression and don't know what to do with yourself. Postpartum depression, it is real for every woman, every every baby mother, until their children is grown, they get relief from that. But to have the baby and then to grow them is a handful. So that, I call it a job by itself. When a lot of people wonder how it's supposed to be a natural thing for any woman to just have baby, I say, think again, think about how the body had to change to reformate itself to bring about another life into the world, and then the demand that other life is placed on the mother if there's no father around or supporting family members. It's a breakdown thing. It's a breakdown thing. So it's we the people have to realize that, and we the people have to chip in where it's necessary if we say we love people. That is something Rastafari always do I notice. Every time when them see somebody a breakdown in need, well, the ones around me always come and say, come Chrissy, let me help you, or come, let me see when we can put in something. No man, you can't just give up so easy, and strong up, come on, we're gonna strong you up, give you some tonic. Or Rasta say him feed him kids by arrowroot. If you know arrowroot, that is some nourishing plant. When the mothers chip out and can't manage to pull their weight, that's where fathers and daddies will chip in to do their thing. So not because daddies don't have breast milk to feed, but breast milk can be expressed into the bottles, and they can chip in and do their part. Or arrowroot, as Rastafari say.
Yeah, man, extracted carrot, extracted potato, like Irish potato, use it to make cereal. You do the arrowroot, you strain out the water, and you use the fetch to make cereal, just to save for your kid. Because just in case none of you guys have a woman who ever roll up a young baby, and you have to like be the mother and the father, what I mean? So yeah, you have to learn. You can't suckle, but you have to learn how to substitute. So these were some of the things that my Rastafarian daughter get when she were so young. And surprisingly, people used to tell me that young kids can't digest certain things. And my daughter right now have one of the prettiest, her skin. When you look at my daughter's skin right now, she never been breastfeed. And when you look at her skin right now, there's nothing about her that is underdeveloped. She have some strong, nice teeth. She have her skin, no bumps, no rash, nothing. Her skin just remain. That is something that, yeah.
A lot of people don't know about today, but just the Rastafarian culture.
Yeah, plus it strengthen them bones.
Wouldn't know them things. So Rastafari got a lot to teach us. So we have to listen now and again. Listen, man. Take time out and learn. Learn the liberty, people. See?
Ripe tomatoes in the morning. My daughter used to like. We have a shop where my daughter used to go. We used to carry, but it might me a walk her. Right, that one is our godfather. And trust me, that one there, used to sell tomato. And my daughter used to like take up all three of them and bite them up, and just put them down back and look for me and say, Daddy, Dada. I used to have to make sure I have money in my pocket to make sure I pay for them. Because anything was taken out, she bite it. And so she just bite things, So I have to make sure say everything was your angle clean all the time and all these things, and it's work out.
Cause babies like to taste and touch and feel, because that's how they build up on their vocabulary as babies growing up into the human being that they're supposed to be so knowledgeable and wise. So I had to share this art piece. I have to share this art piece. You see, when Rasta holy meds, them things I am do, I am a artist myself, when I commence to drawing and all them things, But this we call a good perfection, Hands on time. This is one of his many pieces that he'll share with me. So as I said, guys, we're not seeing things that you never know about we before. It's a secret of Chris or Chrissy.
Well, knowing she will push you to the limit. You know, I'm happy the day when we meet her still because I mean she not only did that push me to be a better version of myself. She was pushing me with entertainment. You know what I mean? She'd tell me the reason why she pushed me, you know. Yeah, because sometimes I can get really relaxed. You know, February people, you know, we can get really, you know, caught up in ourselves and busy about nothing else, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is great. It's wonderful to be sharing like 6, 7 year relationship with our friendship and 4 year straight marriage. I mean, intimate and business relationship 6 year. I mean, that's tremendous achievement for people who have, you know, have a lot of experience in terms of, you know, so with each other, we never grow up together, we never know each other from no place, you know what I mean? We are two different character, you know what I mean? And to see we coming together and doing this, I mean, and give thanks to the people them who up till today they're trying to separate us, you know what I mean? That inspire us and knowing that we that what probably keep us together too, you know, by people wishing for us to fall, wishing for us to, as if we don't deserve each other, but we know deep in that we deserve each other, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, the hands of time, you know, the hands of time, we are still in shackles. So, these are some of the things when I got through depression, you know what I mean? You would say, you know what I mean? I wouldn't call it depression still, but enough people would say depression. I call it a meds, you know, when you unravel things in your mind and I put things into prospect, you know, put things into place, you know what I mean? So everything must be in the right order. And when we roll our meds, you know what I mean, these are the things we do. We're not really going to depression or confusion or, you know what I mean, mad. You know what I mean? Yeah, we get into creativeness that bring out the creativeness in us, you know what I mean, the better version of us. So all of you out there, my nation of people, have this gene. You know what I mean? We are the only gene that can clone any other's gene in the world. We can take on to ourselves so different shade of skin, different character. I mean, you know what I mean? And also, and we awesome. So, I mean, just have to share it with my wife, you know what I mean? Same way. This is part of me where she really never see either too. And she have so much about her where me just learn to explore. You know what I mean? It take time because we have to both been working. She been working, I mean, in Kingston. So we are not with each other all the time, but we are in with each other all the time in
Spirit.
love, love in relation,
Spirit.
in present time, you know, and
And
all that.
spirit too, in
Yeah,
our spirit, because you
yeah.
know
So,
who I am and stick to my word. That's
yeah.
the type of person I am. You stick to
So
my word.
the day that they call Independent Day was the 6th. That was the day that we decided that we wanna,
Unite.
yeah, like that, you know, in every way. So, I mean, we were celebrating it, realizing that they call that day the Independent Day, but we don't know about Independence Day because from ever since we are about independence from 62, we always see a governor general in the house just the same of, you know what I mean, the Queen Council keeping, you know what I mean, tags on us just the same way. So, I mean, that means we have not been independent because if you have knowledge and you know that any country that being independent doesn't really have a governor general. So, we are just saying it was the wrong day, but it's the right day. We weren't celebrating independence, we were celebrating our independence, see, coming together, put away our differences. I mean, that's great. You know what I mean? Put away our differences and we can come together and act, you know what I mean, according to, you know what I mean? So, I mean, that, and even still now we are celebrating because the whole of this month is supposed to be our independence.
But
You
in
know
the
what I mean?
newspaper today, we read in the newspaper today,
Give me the champagne.
and it said the queen needs to step down because you have certain people who are speaking. So it's a time for the queen to step back, from from being the queen of our country, Jamaica. So you have people like politicians. I saw like Golding, was it Stephen Golding? Bruce Golding's son was speaking out. He's Rastafarian too. And then there was some other
Yeah, other people,
leaders.
other
Yeah,
people,
yeah. I think
other member of
Michael
parliament.
Phillips from the PNP party. I think Mr. Golding too. But I had a good amount of people who were speaking up and speaking out against the Queen being in charge of our country still when we're considered to be independent. So I am just saying, we have to really find a way to make ourselves independent if that's what we say we are. But really, do we really want to be independent from the Queen? Because Jamaican people love money enough, They love money enough, So
They have not been helping us. They have been collecting from us.
they've
So
been collecting.
if we can do so much for them and give so much to them all these years, guess how much we can give to ourselves in the next 5 years if we decide that we want to take back care of ourselves and take independence of our own self, building ourselves. Just imagine
And
how
put your
much.
own country's
Yeah,
money in
yeah,
your own
because
kitty,
they
in
would
your
have
own
to
pocket.
they would have to give away back the land, so the land would be active. Would activate back great farming ideas, yeah, like the great Selassie who introduced agricultural science to the world. He is the one who wrote the book about agricultural science and sent it to the West, to an hemisphere, yeah. How people must be self-reliant, grow their own food, responsible for their own people. And if you can't be responsible for your own people, you can't be no leader. This government sell our country out like once before, and there's no government who come here and show patrioticness, own the earth, give the access to the land to people, farm the land to take care of its own army, take care of its own police, take care of its own hospital, its own nurses, and so on and so forth.
As the land is fertile and the land is the most precious
They lease it out to
jewel
Chinese
that you can have
and they
in any
collecting money
country.
and putting their fatting up their accounts. There's
They-
nothing that you can give it back to the
They're,
people.
they're building up the foreign countries to fight themselves down. So you have to be careful, right?
So my people,
Celebrating the love,
from me and Queen
Lady C.
Lady C jahbling, you know, we still toasting.
We're still celebrating.
You know what I mean?
It's a whole weekend of celebration for us.
Yeah, so
So bust
we
with
make
champagne.
we
with
making
fruity.
magic. We making magic. We're still doing it. You know what I mean? And give thanks to all the folks
This
them
one
who
is
give
for
us
you.
wise words.
They've
And
been
send
calling
us-
whole weekend.
Yeah, been
Because
really
people
concerned.
who know who was at our wedding,
Yeah.
people who know of our union this Independence weekend, it was so amazing to see all you guys gave us such blessings, such calls, such concerns. I can't believe how many people out there loved us being together and loved us sharing our activities on Facebook. Although I had promised Jose, I'm not gonna share you again. I'm divorcing you, and I'm gonna divorce you on Facebook.
We were
That's
actually
what I said.
divorced.
No, we're
This is our
divorcing.
reunion.
So this Independence
Cheers.
weekend came and brought us back together, guys. It's a union for us. So cheers to our union again, bringing us back together again. Oh, nice. And cheers to a long marriage and
Productive
business relationship.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's cheers. Drink to
and-
what? Productivity.
Yes, and
Drink cheers to-
prosperity.
Drink cheers to productivity and prosperity.
Yes.
Prince Bobozar, Prince Bobozar said,
And
yeah,
to long life.
and to long life. Yes, guys, cheers. And cheers to continued success of my performing character, LadyC jahbling.
So you
Yeah.
will see more of
God
this
bless
character.
us. So cheers to
for
Lady
this
C
century.
Jahbling. Bless up, bless up. This is the best of what is to come. This is not the best of what is to come. There's more to come of Lady C Jahbling. Okay, so bless up, guys. Loving enough, you know.
So for all those people who's watching or viewing, just saying, blessed, enough love.
We make a good team. We
Be
make a good
wise,
team. And thanks for your
be
love.
smart,
Thanks for your
for the support,
concerns. Greetings and blessings.
for both negative and positive, because they both go together,
Yes, yes,
From all
yes.
the feedbacks, you guys making us greater together.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the love.
Negative doesn't not normally sometimes tear you down, it helps to build you. Sometimes, especially when it is positive criticism, in a positive way. And so,
Well, any kind of criticism, they say negative and positive goes together because you have to have a negative to make the positive rain, and in life you have to have a positive to make the negative rain. So which one do you want? If you are a positive person and you want positive things to happen, in order for the positive to triumph, you have to get some form of negative from somewhere. So we have to give thanks for the bad too, right? The negative part too, because that's what kept us together. That was what make us hold on to each other to be stronger, and that's what makes us grow ourselves to the better people we are today, so that we can even reach out to help others who might be in situations like this and don't know how to deal with it or how to handle a situation where they're feeling overwhelmed with negativity. The good is that you know the positive, and you have to keep that focus on the positive arena that you want to go into, where you need to challenge your energy and put it there. Don't give up, guys. Life is beautiful. Enjoy it while it lasts, especially when you have health and strength to can enjoy it. Enjoy it while it lasts, all
big
right?
up to you, my mother,
Big up
and
mother-in-law.
to my fake sister and brother them.
Big up fake sister, brother-in-laws.
Love the whole of still, no matter.
Love it
See me?
enough forever and ever.
Yeah, man. Seeing?
Always.
Yeah, man. Take care of yourself. Love. Out. Promise to you.